Ladies and gentlemen, somebody pinch me. I'm standing next to British motoring royalty. There are 281 examples of this car ever made. The world's fastest car, the Nürburgring world record holder, the Le Mans winning race car, and the world's most expensive car in 1993. And here it is, the Jaguar XJ 220. Standing next to it is a humbling experience. Everybody that's ever seen the car in person says photographs don't do it justice. Just its dimension, the width, it's almost 7 feet wide. The huge length, it's as long as a pickup truck. But it's low and it's wide and it's sleek and it's just so elegantly gorgeous. And to think, 217.1 miles an hour officially. It's just truly a remarkable car.
Pictures just can't show how big the car really is. It's so svelte in its curves. It's stunning, stunning automobile.
The Jaguar XJ 220 is a very cool looking car. It's very unique. Most people, when they would walk around it, they would look all three sides, wouldn't know what it is, and then you look at the back and it says Jaguar really big. It's built like a race car almost.
When you compare it to its contemporaries, it's a giveaway at current pricing. Maybe 25% of the value of an F40. There really is no justification for that kind of price differential.
Very few built again, about 288. For many years they didn't go up much in value and they're just starting to get recognized, and I think it's an undervalued car as well.
So to put things in perspective, 21 years ago this was 400,000 pounds. Now when Jaguar came out with the car, they were actually sued by many of the people that had put deposits down because it didn't have a V12 and it wasn't all-wheel drive and the doors didn't come up. But Jaguar said they couldn't get the top speed with those specifications. So they put an IMSA V6 in the car, 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo. Now by today's standards, that's pretty funny, other than it produces 542 horsepower and it did propel the car to 217.1 miles an hour. I just love the engine bay, that you can see all the suspension geometry and the aluminum honeycomb chassis. It's really, really a race car for the road. Come back to the rear, just in case you wanted to go traveling with your significant other. Hopefully she doesn't plan to wear much because you don't get much space. But in classic Jaguar tradition, there's your tools, because of course everybody knows how to fix an XJ 220 by the side of the road. And if you get in an accident at 220 miles an hour, you get your customary tool kit. Well, what if you needed to change tires or had a burnt out bulb? Well, there they are. And there's your spinner for your center locking hubs. I mean, it's as cool as it gets, come on. Believe it or not, this car could actually be in the qualification of undervalued collector cars. When new, this was a 400,000 pound car. It was the most expensive car in the world, coupled with all of its speed credentials. Now, the car trades hands for roughly $500,000 US, but when compared to its contemporaries, is incredibly undervalued. We're not going to drive this particular car because it's got 2,400 original kilometers on it and the brakes are a little sticky, so we're not going to risk it. But just being in the presence of it, being able to show it to you with its contemporaries is a true honor. But let me show you the inside. The door only opens this wide. This is not a big man's car. This is as wide as it opens. Funny because it's a supercar and yet it feels almost like a Bentley, fully leather lined everywhere, the dash, the seats, the console, an Alcantara insert along where your feet might brush against it. It's that's a really, really comfortable car. But I just love this car because it answered the Ferrari and Lamborghini question, is not only are we going to make the world's fastest car, we're going to do it in the lap of luxury. And boom, here it is. This is British motoring royalty.